What's up everyone, my name is Anthony, and in this video I'm going to do some technical analysis on the broader markets and then give some updates on stock picks from past videos, and then finally discuss what the price projections are for the broader stock markets over the next week or so. So just in terms of this Robinhood account, which for those of you who don't know, every time I signal something on my Discord, I follow it here in this Robinhood account, and this just tracks the progress of how we're doing with those signals. So overall this account is well above all-time highs, and we are consistently making profits, which is really nice, and hopefully we can keep this up. And just in terms of today, we are up 1,500, and this is just from playing SPY and QQQ calls, because we did actually manage to catch the very bottom of the dip so far in the past week, and I'll talk about that just in a bit with a technical analysis in this video. But just in terms of this past week, we are up $11,000, which is really nice. I'm very happy with that amount of gain, and this is not just from playing one side of the market, this is from going both bullish and bearish sides. So yeah, this is pretty good. I hope we can keep this up, but yeah, things are looking really solid for this account so far. So yeah, let's get into the technical analysis for this video. So now let's break down the price action of the S&P 500. So overall we have a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, wave 3 up, wave 4 down, and then we're working on this last bit of upside for the wave 5, and then we'll come down for a pretty decent correction. So we're getting very close to that correction period right now, and I want to go down to the 5-minute time frame and show you this last leg of upside here for that golden yellow wave 5. We actually can subdivide it into another impulsive structure here. So a wave 1 up, 2 down, 3 all the way up here, and then a 4 down, and then a 5 up. So we are getting very close to finishing that upside and those last bits of wave 5s. So I can actually show you exactly how we played the markets over the past week or so, and we were able to go on both sides, both bullish and bearish, and come out with a profit from each trade. So let's actually go down to the 3-minute time frame for that. So we first started off the week somewhere around here. So I think we were just kind of waiting for a good buying opportunity for puts. So we actually did, I think, enter right around here for puts, and then we targeted that whole downside move for puts. And then right when we bounced off a key Fibonacci extension level, right around here, like the 435, 437 zones, those were always my buy zones for the dip. When the market gapped down here, I think it gapped down at 436, I instantly bought as much, like a lot of calls, and then signaled that just because this is a really good dip buying opportunity. And as you can see, we pushed off very nicely from the zone, and we moved up probably around a 1.6% since that bottom. So that is a lot of upside to be captured. And then we also played that whole move downside, so that was almost a 2% drop. So we played that 2% drop for this WXY downwards for that fourth wave, and then we played the bought back right up for that recovery push for that last bit of wave 5. So actually we were sitting pretty much at the exact same spot that we entered the puts, but we managed to come out with a lot of profit. So I'm very proud of that, because it's hard to kind of switch between puts and calls like that and make a profit for both of those. So hopefully we can keep those up. But yeah, so far the indexes, in terms of summarizing price action, we haven't really moved much from the last week, but it's had enough price action where we're able to make a profit from. So in terms of what's going to happen over the next this week later, I think that we are working on an impulsive structure for this wave 5. It sort of looks like an impulsive structure, and just know that this is the very last bit of upside for the indexes, unless it keeps extending upwards, but there's not much room left for it to go up. And here in this blue box is my target zone for kind of areas of potential reversal. And I don't think that if we come up to these levels, we'll start crashing, like we'll just start hard dropping down. I don't think that's what's going to happen. Most likely what we'll see is some kind of really stalled out price action over here. Like it tries to push, maybe grind a little bit higher, and then it starts to sell off. And then once people start to realize that it's selling off, then it will accelerate further and further and further, and then it will soon just keep falling. But I don't think it's going to be like a flash drop. Like there's not going to be a crash in one day. So that's why my goal is to enter elongated puts and just kind of swing with the market in general and not try to capture any specific day. But overall, I think the price action over the next couple of months will be heading downwards. So I want to be in elongated SPY puts and triple Q puts just to capture that downside. So yeah, that's what I'm predicting what's going to happen over the next few weeks or so. In terms of this week, we could get some more upside and push upwards to these 448 zones, 447 zones, just that kind of general area. So yeah, I'll keep an eye out on that. And once we get to these areas of high chance of reversing, I will start entering some puts. So yeah, that's for SPY, and now we'll look at the triple Qs. So triple Qs, I don't have as much intricate detailed wave counts because it's just doing a simple impulse wave. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is once again the last bit of upside just with the S&P 500, same scenario. So if we break down this wave count right here, this wave 4 was a very extended complex correction. So we kind of got like a push downwards. So 3, 4. Oh, actually, I want to move this wave 4 down here. I think TradingView is kind of messing with the buttons a little bit, but yeah. So we have 3, 4, and then we have a push upwards for that wave 5. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 down here for that complex correction, and that just formed a WXY structure. And for those of you who don't know what a WXY structure is, it's just a kind of way of the market stalling out price action and really moving nowhere. And as you can see, this is just kind of chopping around, very choppy price action. Whenever you see that, you can just slap an XY or WXY label on it. So yeah, we have a WXY correction, and now it looks like we're pushing upwards for that wave 5 right here. So this bit of upside looks like that wave 5 upside. But I actually did take profits on all SPY and QQQ calls when we got the dip buy right around here, because this price action is a little bit sketchy and we are approaching areas of a high chance of reversing. So I just don't want to be in a bullish position when that happens, and I'm just looking for entry into bearish positions at this point in both of the indexes. So yeah, that's looking good. In terms of VIX, we actually did get that huge volatility spike for those wave 4s that I mentioned in previous videos, as well as in the Discord, and now we're kind of hovering back down to areas of support in these white trend lines and blue trend lines. So I do think we'll come downwards to retouch these and probably just kind of gravitate towards these zones. And then when we start to correct that huge correction, we should push upwards on the VIX. And yeah, so that's what I'm seeing happening. Just looks normal, everything looking good. And now I want to talk about MRNA. So MRNA, or Moderna stock, I think is looking really good for a bearish position. So in terms of just the price action, we've had a huge extension of wave 5. So we just pushed upwards and we got to almost 500 on the stock, and then we started correcting. And I want to focus on this correction here. So it looks like we're working on an ABC. So just in terms of ABC, the A wave forms an impulse downwards, and that's what we got here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're working on that B wave upwards. And as you can see from the price action, it is very clearly non-impulsive. And non-impulsive just means it's not going to form a wave like something like this, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not going to do that. So, and you can just tell from the price action, it's very choppy. So this is very clearly a B wave. And the only thing you need to do is make sure you kind of get in onto the B wave at a good level. So these are the Fibonacci retracement zones over here. And we have rejected the 0.382 level, but I do see a potential push upwards maybe to the 0.5 levels. Not necessarily going to happen. This could have been the top of the B wave, but if we do push upwards, I will start entering puts around these areas, because these are very good risk to reward areas. Right here, it's a little bit risky to enter a bearish position because you don't know if the B wave is done yet. But once we do get the start of that C wave downwards, that is some really good downside you can expect in terms of just kind of predicting where the levels might be. If we do top out here for the B wave, you can see a push downwards to that 1.618 extension right around maybe 186. So that is very low. That's a huge drop in Moderna stock. So yeah, almost 0.5% or 50% drop. So yeah, I'm looking to enter some puts on that in the future. And yeah, looking good so far in terms of the stock. So let's go to Apple. So Apple is doing a kind of weird structure right now. So it finished that impulsive structure right here. So wave 1 up, wave 2 down, wave 3 up, triangle for that wave 4, and then a push upwards for that wave 5. And then we worked on some kind of ABC, or you can technically label this as a WXY. So WXY or an ABC correction. And then this would form your W wave. And then we're working on an X wave right now. And then this X wave, as you can see, doesn't look impulsive at all. This is not an impulsive structure. So this is indicative that we will push downwards for that wave Y in the future. And this makes sense because the indexes over here in SPY and the triple Qs are looking for some downside, some pretty large downside. So we would expect the individual stocks that are members of those indexes to follow as well. So yeah, I do see some bearish price action on Apple for that Y wave downwards. And that would retrace a lot of the upside for this impulsive push that we got recently. So yeah, Apple looking bearish. I may start to enter some bearish positions in the future, but these would be long dated puts, just like with the markets. Okay, so also for NVIDIA, so this is what we're looking at for NVIDIA. I do see a bullish impulsive structure to the upside right here. So we have a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, wave 3 up, then a complex correction for that wave 4, and then we have a wave 5 push to the upside. And this is what I'm focusing on subdividing right now. So if in this wave 5, we have a wave 1 up, 2 down, 3 up, complex correction, wave 4, And then we're pushing upwards for that wave 5 now from what it looks like. And we actually did get, it is up 5% today. So it does seem like we bottomed out here, and we are working on that wave 5 upwards. And these are just some target zones for NVIDIA right here. So the 0.786 extension and the 1-to-1 extension right here are around 224 to 234. So we possibly should come up to those levels and then have a lot of trouble getting past those. So that's another maybe 8% increase in the stock. So if things are looking good, I may enter a bullish position on the stock. But for me, it doesn't, with the markets kind of being really close to hitting that topping point, I don't really want to take any bullish positions on individual stocks at the moment. So if things are looking good, maybe I'll enter, but I'm hesitant towards getting into any bullish positions at these levels. So that's going to be it for NVIDIA. And now let's look at AMC. So AMC is pretty much doing like just as expected. It's kind of coiling out here, just stalling price action. It's not really pushing upwards that much. It's just kind of trying to find support before it can really start to go upwards for that wave 5. And I do think that when the markets start to really fall and correct here, meme stocks might start taking over again. People might start flowing their money back into meme stocks. So this could lead to that push upwards for that wave 5. And they're kind of like a hedge against the bear markets, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens, because so far AMC has been a little bit correlated with the markets. It's been moving up when the markets are moving up. So I don't know if that will change when the markets start correcting. So I'll have to make sure and see what happens. I'm not entering any positions at the moment. I'm just holding some shares, and they're just going to be watching the stock for fun. So yeah, that's going to be it. Talked about a lot of updates here. NVDA is looking the only right now is like looking pretty much like the only bullish stock in my watch list. Everything else is kind of not looking too good. This is looking bearish. Yeah, MRNA is bearish. AMC is bullish, but would need to make sure that it can push upwards in the future. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for this video. I want to just mention that we are getting really close to having that topping area, and I mentioned in previous videos how this would be sometime August, and yeah, I think we're looking for that time frame pretty well. It's looking good. It could roll into September, early September, but we are getting very close to hitting that topping level for these wave 5s. So yeah, just a warning, if you're in any bullish positions, I would highly recommend getting liquidated and keeping cash if you want to take on some bearish positions. So yeah, that's going to be it for this. Of course, I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord as well as here in the YouTube. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.